Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. Down below, there's a link, tenkars-tavern.game/Witcher. Tenkars-tavern.game/Witcher. Take you to Humble Bundle. There's a Witcher slash Cyberpunk 2077 Cyberpunk bundle. Listen, if you like graphic novels, it's a great package. I grabbed it, and it's how I read my graphic novels these days. My comics. It's either Humble Bundle or Bundle of Holding. I don't pay full price for any of this crap. So I know how to identify sock puppets in your comment section of your YouTube video. Now it's a little bit harder sometimes to identify sock puppets when they're on Facebook. Like Facebook, conversations go back and forth. Even in Discord, conversations go back and forth real quickly. But in YouTube, you got to remain pretty much logged into the video and hitting refresh to see if somebody answered you. So this video is the one on how to identify bullshit subscribers on an account. Rick Anderson. Wow, I haven't seen Rick on this channel in a long time. Oh, gee, I guess not since The Unbecoming. What's that? Well, this is a whole drama that was on, right? So Rick Anderson goes, wow. Okay. And then Rick gets a response. Now, mind you, folks, all this happened within the course of like an hour. So back and forth between Rick and Jules, none your business. And here, I think you hear the cat going crazy on her litter box. How appropriate for this, I don't know, litter box of shit that I'm looking at. Jules, none your business, some random letters and numbers. Here I was thinking it would be informative about the algorithm or types of content to build one's channel. Obviously not, because that's not what I was talking about. It was what not to do, not what to do. Nope, just another way to keep making digs. What is so fascinating about his account that he is used as an example? What was fascinating was the fact that there were hundreds of accounts and the traffic didn't match it. So all these people signing up for this account in question and no traffic to go along with it makes the average person scratch their head. Time and time again, when anyone with a brain knows it's just childish poo-pooing about past grievances. Sad, really, because we all know who this is about, yet it's all one-sided. Really. I didn't mention the individual in question. I didn't mention them. Now, I might allude this time to a few other things because it's going to be part of this. But I didn't. I made a point of not mentioning a person's account. I was trying to keep their privacy, but apparently they don't care about privacy. Right? They don't care about their privacy because I am almost certain, not quite certain, and they're going to go, oh, no. I am almost certain that these two or one, because the conversation is going back and forth. So they were either two individuals sent together or one individual with two accounts going on, conversing back and forth. So now we go back to Rick. Rick, yeah, I understand being angry at someone for pulling something underhanded. Now, underhanded. Let me tell you the underhandedness in this individual, the one they're talking about. Underhanded. Okay. And even not believing an apology. I never got an apology. Okay. I never got an apology saying, hey, I am sorry for asking questions about your family. I am sorry for asking questions about your wife, your sister. I am sorry for attempting to nullify your pension, which, by the way, you can't do. But this individual in question, well, I'm still not naming, but I'm going to get a little bit detailed here. This individual in question, their own father was in the NYPD. Their own father was a sergeant. Their father was a sick desk supervisor. Actually, he was absence control. So he would go, and I believe he was out in Long Island, would check on people that were out sick for the NYPD and make sure they were home and not doing stupid shit. And I'm assuming that this individual's father got an NYPD pension. And maybe the individual in question doesn't like their father. That's not my fault. That's not my business. I don't give a fuck whether you like your father or not. But you come for my pension, not only coming from my pension, you're coming from my wife's pension. You're coming from my family's pension. And even if you can't take it and you don't know you can because you're a dumb, retarded fucktard, hey, I didn't do other descriptions, all right? So you can't get mad. Even if you are stupid as all fucking shit, okay, doesn't mean you didn't try. Doesn't mean you didn't try. So, but no, there was never an apology given. An apology is given directly to me, given directly to my family. All right. I spent 18 months in fucking litigation because of an individual who was a piss poor Catholic. The only Catholic individual, the only person in the Bible I could say that they looked at as for reference, right? They said, hey, who's my role model? Judas. I think I'll take Judas. I'll take Judas for 100, please.
Just say it through your nose.
I can't. So, no, there was never an apology. Apologizing because you're an asshole is not an apology. All right? An apology is something that's meant. This shit was never meant.
There was no amends.
No, there was no amends made. There was no, oh, I'm sorry for pumping you for information about your family so I could try to give it to somebody who wants to litigate against you. There's none of that shit. All right? So to tell me that, oh, even not believing an apology and saying it was bullshit, there was no fucking apology that was believable. There's no apology to me and my family. Again, it isn't just about me. It's my fucking family that was being questioned. My fucking family, whose well-being because of my pension was being attacked. No. This. If he wants to actually apologize, he knows how to reach out to me. He has my phone number. We used to do podcasts together, right? He used to be my friend. Used to be. Okay? But hey, Judas, you know who you are. Feel free to apologize. But let's go back to the sock puppets here. But tabloid mudslinging in an attempt to drama up a confrontation, it's gone from righteous indignation to spiteful Jerry Springerism. I was talking about what, to most of us, is quite apparently a weird gain of, subscribers to one's channel without any gain of traffic. Hundreds of subscribers. And I don't know, maybe 10 more views on a video. So that's suspicious. And that's what I was pointing out. And I was telling people, as a word of advice, don't do such. Because if you do, YouTube will flag it. Now, I know somebody who was the victim of a third party trying to do this to them. Maybe that's the case in this case. I don't know. Maybe. Well, if that's the case, they should reach out to YouTube and say, hey, listen, I didn't ask for these 650 subscribers over the last week from Malaysia. It wasn't me. And maybe they'll fix it. I'm just saying. Going back to Jules, none of your business. Plus, by his own admission, he only suspects. Of course. I can only say suspect. Because I'm honest. Right? I could say I suspect with, 85% certainty, but I can't say beyond any reasonable doubt. No. Because I'm not gonna lie. But hinting at, and by the way, that's the reason why I haven't named the individual in question. Still haven't. Wow, that borders on integrity. Wow, that's certainly lacking in Judas, but hey, that's okay. You keep being a good Catholic, sir. But hinting at and alluding to just a goblin hair away from flat out accusing with no facts. Yeah, no, I got facts. I've got facts, and I put the facts out there. So, evidence or proof, I put it all out there. I just can't say with 100% certainty. And so I'm not saying with 100% certainty. Just some poor monitoring and supposition. It's almost comical if it didn't delve into ridiculous. Again, this conversation is going back and forth between two fucking accounts. Nobody else is piping in. Nobody else is watching. And, by the way, this video went up 3 days ago. All right? So these two people went there at the same fucking time to have this conversation. It's one
little size.
just a wee bit, So going back to Rick, back in the day, that was yellow journalism. Now it's just how liberals act. That's
liberal.
That's fucking that's funny because there are people that right now, Rick, with you saying that, are going, holy shit, Tenkar's a liberal, and they're gonna like possibly like I don't know, throw themselves off buildings because they can't comprehend that. I don't know. They call me a Yahtzee. You call me a liberal. Holy shit! I guess the truth is somewhere in the middle. Going back to Jules, at least we know who's egging this on. By the way, folks, just so you know, you threaten me, you threaten my family, you manipulate me to get to my family. You better really ask for forgiveness if you expect to get forgiveness. All right? But again, I haven't pointed and named the individual in question. If you follow this drama, maybe you know who I'm talking about. If you haven't, you've probably got no fucking clue. But
you're just happy not to be on the end of that.
And that's fine. That's fine. But who sent them over to this channel? Ask yourself that. Okay? Ask yourself that. Now, at least we know who's egging this on, who's kicking a dead horse. No, you know what? I'm not even. You gave me if I was a comedian, I couldn't pass that one up, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. And who has the moral fortitude to move on and do his own thing? The moral fortitude to hide and pretend that they weren't a fucking Judas, they weren't a fucking asshole, they weren't going for somebody's pension, and they didn't ask questions again about my fucking family. And by the way, that's when you cross the line, okay? When you threatened my family and my family's well-being, that's the line that you crossed. The rest of it, you're just an asshole, okay? But at that point, yeah, you need to apologize in person. You need to pick up the fucking phone. You got the number, dude. I know you do. You pick up the fucking phone and you go, hey, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. And you know what? Maybe that's your first step to being forgiven. If you're a Catholic. If you claim to be. Because I got in trouble for saying he was a bad Catholic for the shit that he pulled on me.
Yeah, that wasn't very Catholic.
It wasn't very Christian. Okay, I don't even have to say it wasn't
very ethical or
no all that
humanitarian.
No, it's all missing from the equation. Let's go back to this. I'm proud how he's risen above this disguised,
risen above,
witless,
almost like Christ.
Yeah, disguised witless tantrum. Big words. Then again, taverns are a place for terminological inexactitude. Have a nice day. So, whatever. All right. So, well, I know who's not running the sock puppet account. I can say that much with a certain certainty. Yeah. So, if your channel days after your video goes up gets two people going back and forth in a conversation to throw shit at you, okay, in a days old video over the course of less than an hour, you can be damn well fucking sure they are sock puppets. You can be damn well sure. So, Rick, Jules, whoever the fuck you are, go back to your master. Go back to Worm Tongue. You tell Worm Tongue if you want forgiveness. If you want forgiveness, forgiveness requires repentance and honesty. All right? It's not just, oh, I'm sorry because people are getting mad at me and no, nobody gives a fuck. If
Nobody cares about him.
if you want forgiveness requires honesty. Okay? That's the first step to it.
Good luck with that one.
Well, it requires honesty. And it's being honest with yourself, too, by the way. Just saying. Not just being honest with me and my family and what you did to us and tried to do to us, but it requires being honest to yourself for what you did and why you did it. And if you can't get there, you're never going to be forgiven. Not just by me. Okay? You can go to your local priest and go, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I was a bad man. I did something that wasn't nice. Because you're never going to explain what you tried to do. Oh, I tried to cancel somebody's hard-earned pension and give information about their family to somebody who wanted to sue them. You're never going to say that to a priest. You're never going to say that to a priest. You're going to go to a priest and go, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have done some bad things. Like what? I've done bad things to somebody who was a friend of mine. All right, well, my son, say 2 Our Fathers, a Hail Mary, and a Glory Be. Dude, you didn't confess your sins, okay? Because you won't say your sins, right? You won't say them. Honestly, think about it. Ask yourself. Look at yourself, look into your soul and say, have I truly looked at the sins that I committed to somebody who believes I was a good friend of theirs, right? Somebody who I believed in this individual. I thought they were a good person. Look into your soul and see if you've really come to terms with what you've done. And then you can come talk to me. Because that's how you get forgiveness, right? It isn't this pussyfooting, I'm going to go to a priest and ask for forgiveness and not telling them my sins. No. You come to the person that you wronged. If you actually want forgiveness, but you can't. And I'll tell you why you can't. Because you are weak. You are literally what you are. And you are never going to look at yourself and see yourself for anything other than you want yourself to be, and you will never change. Everybody else has what you think you deserve, and that's why you can't ever seek forgiveness. You can't ever truly admit that you were wrong, because you always, always, always believe that what others have is what you deserve. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. I'm sure your sock puppets will come back to let me know. Send them over, because all they do with their comments is increase my algorithm response. Thank you. Thank you to Rick. Thank you to Jules. The reason why I'm not deleting it. You're helping the algorithm. I do appreciate it. God bless you. All right. Folks, on that note, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back again, hopefully, with a less angry. I don't get too angry. All right, but a less bullshit-full video. This is a bit of a rant. And I apologize for that. Not to the people I ranted at. They can go fuck themselves. But I apologize to my community, because you don't need to hear it. But maybe you were entertained by it, in which case, like, subscribe, comment. I'll catch you later.